All right, so the average American is consuming roughly 150 pounds of sugar per year.
Holy shnikes.
Think about that. That is nearly a half a pound of sugar every single day.
This presentation is brought to you by diabetes.
Sugar is in just about every single processed food there is. It's from ketchup to bread to crackers to potato chips to just about anything you can think of.
Bread makes you fat.
Bread makes you fat?
In some of the processed meats, we see lots of sugar. So it's very difficult to remove from the diet. But what would happen to you if you decided to give up all added sugar from your diet for a period of a couple weeks to a month or so?
I don't need it. I don't need it.
Interesting things would start to happen. We know that a lot of people will develop some inflammation secondary to excessive sugar consumption. And so by removing that, you might notice that swelling goes away. Swelling in your feet, around your joints. Your face may reduce in its overall puffiness. We'll see improvements in our blood vessels. You know, a lot of hypertension is associated with vascular inflammation. A lot of people notice their blood glucose goes down. Vision can improve. We know that a lot of people that are suffering from hyperglycemia, particularly diabetics, will notice that when they correct that, their eyesight will dramatically improve. We see improvements in cognition and energy. A lot of people will notice that there is a quote-unquote brain fog that gives them difficulty thinking, difficulty in doing their day-to-day activities. So when you remove sugar from the diet, a lot of times those things become better. We find that our appetite actually, in many cases, will be improved. A lot of times sugar will blunt some of the satiety hormones, and therefore we'll continue to feel hungry. Removal of sugar often results, for many people, in improvement in their ability to not overconsume food. Please consider liking and subscribing with post notifications so you never have to miss another upload. Additionally, you may notice that your sleep improves. A lot of times people, particularly diabetics, if their sugar is too high, it causes them to have to wake up in the middle of the night to urinate. And by eliminating excess sugar in the diet, that often goes away. People get a better night's sleep. You also may notice that your joints ache a lot less. We know that sugar increases our exposure to insulin, and insulin has been associated with the production of inflammatory cytokines developed by something called synoviocytes.
What?
These are the cells that line the inside of joints and secrete the synovial fluid.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
When exposed to high levels of insulin secondary to sugar, we often see that those inflammatory cytokines are lessened, and therefore joints feel better. How might you go about eliminating sugar for a couple of weeks? Well, first of all, you have to know where it is. So you have to be very meticulous about reading labels. There are many different ways that sugar is described. There's close to 100 different names for sugar, so you have to be cognizant of that. Any sort of box processed food, you're likely to find some form of sugar in there. So by removing all of that from your surroundings and sticking to whole unprocessed food is the best way to ensure you're not receiving sugar in the diet. The next thing you need to do is make sure you consume adequate amounts of nutrition so that you won't have those cravings for sugar. In many cases, a whole food diet rich in animal products is going to set you up for not having so many cravings for sugar. It can also be helpful to let people know what you're trying to do so they can support you. If you have people in the house, you say, hey, I'm trying to cut back on sugar, to eliminate sugar for a period of time. Hopefully they'll support you and not try to sabotage your particular goals. Now, often enlisting a partner with you can often help as well. You guys can build up upon each other, having good habits so you can have things that distract you from wanting to consume sugar. Exercise, walking, having activities are going to help with this.
Maybe we could do an activity together?
Getting good sleep also will help. We know that people make poor choices with regard to diet when they have a bad night of sleep. And additionally, alcohol. When we consume alcohol, we also often make bad dietary choices. So improving our sleep, eliminating or minimizing alcohol, surrounding ourselves with people that are supportive are all strategies to help us with this goal of eliminating sugar. Okay, if you guys have liked this video and felt that you've learned something, please like, subscribe, and click on the notification bell so that you are able to receive more uploads in the future. Thank you.